Hey, what's up, guys? And we are at Spring One this week. Today I'm joined with Ted. Hey, thanks for joining me, Ted.
Hey, no problem.
So you are the product manager in San Francisco working with Pivotal, and you're working on the persistence project, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so we talked a little bit earlier with Paul Warren about persistence. Talk about 12-factor. Like, doesn't this kind of violate the principles of 12-factor?
So it really doesn't. If you're talking about 12-factor apps that then talk to a database over a network connection, this is really saying, for at least the first iteration of persistence, what if you had a data service that had a file system interface rather than a network interface?
Okay.
So in that respect, distributed file systems really are no different than a MySQL database or some other form of storage.
Okay. Yeah. Now, where does the project stand right now? What's the latest state?
Well, we just shipped experimental support in PCF 1.8 that will be coming out. And that will be support for what is called shared file systems. So NFS, CephFS, GlusterFS, those kinds of distributed file systems.
Right, okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, I know we're working with the EMC team on the ground, and we made a lot of rapid progress in a pretty short period of time. What's next? Like, what do you need? What's your call to action?
Well, currently what we're trying to do is just build out an ecosystem and build out support for shared file systems.
Okay.
So this will allow services to attach these, and so any existing kind of app can use them.
Right.
There's some apps, I call them 13-factor apps.
Okay.
They're basically 12-factor apps that just required a file system interface for some of the things they're trying to do. So WordPress and CMSs are a good example of this kind of application. A lot of enterprise customers have existing apps that would work just fine, except for the fact that they store some configuration data locally. So this kind of solves that problem. It also allows any of those applications that were storing this on a local file system before to instead move that storage out of the app and into an NFS system, which in a way turns them into a 12-factor app. Right. Because now you can horizontally scale them. And there's no longer any state being stored in the application instance.
Okay. So LAMP stack application, 13-factor apps, but really all of your applications can now experience the benefits of Cloud Foundry. It's really, really cool, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, talk
about lift and shift, because many people say, is this lift and shift? Like, let's just deal with it head on.
Well, so here's the thing about lift and shift. I'm a little skeptical of the idea that you can just add any one feature and then like something that you wrote that wasn't cloud native can now just like magically work on the cloud. I'm not entirely sure that that's feasible, but this definitely lowers the bar. Like I said, if the problem was that it was talking to a local file system, and that workload would be fine talking over a network to network attached storage, then you've now become a 12-factor app by us adding that feature. So it is in a sense like legacy lift and shift, but it's more like expanding the platform to say that actually this is no longer legacy.
Now, we operate on customer feedback. We want to talk to customers who want to use this, and we want to get their feedback, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we're doing outreach at this moment. We have beta support in PCF 1.8. A final version of the API will be coming in PCF 1.9. So right now is kind of the moment to get that initial round of customers using product.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So our call to action is, if you're thinking about persistence and you're thinking about Cloud Foundry or you're a Cloud Foundry user, we want to hear from you. We want to talk to you.
Talk to this guy.
Talk to Ted. Yeah, exactly. Great. So right now you've got a lot of talks out there. I know you talked at CF Summit where we announced this, right? For now, they can go to the dojoblog.emc.com. They can reach out to you.
Yeah, so people can reach out to me, contact Cloud Foundry directly. They can ask on the CF Dev mailing list about this if they're interested. Please check out the talks. Check out the talk Paul is giving here at Spring One. You can check out the talk we gave at CF Summit. Those give good high-level overviews. There's also the docs. So if you go to docs.cloudfoundry.org and look under services, you can now see volume services are there, and that'll explain a bit about how they work. Okay, so a wealth of information out there. Ted, thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure. Brian. And we're here at the Dojo booth, of course, at Spring One. So for more information, contact us on dojoblog@emc.com. Until next time, see ya. Good job.